Sometimes you run into this problem when you're on city water or you're trying to do an irrigation system. My sprinkler, mind the weeds please, will not sprinkle. So you hook it up, you turn it on, it'll shoot water out, but it's not doing movement like it should. Like that. It'll do a little bit and then stop almost immediately. So we're going to fix that here in a minute. So what I'm going to do here is hook up my little transfer pump that I got. And I've ran a total irrigation system with no water pressure at all with this thing a couple of years ago. I had a rainwater collection system because we had well water and our pump was very low pressure. So it wouldn't actually run the sprinkler. What I came up with was this little... Oh, I got two pumps. This one's DC operated, so you can run it off a lawnmower or a car or a truck or tractor or whatever. And then have another one that's AC operated. Just make sure we're hooking this thing up right, because it's got to be hooked up in the right orientation or it'll fry the pump. And for whatever reason, this pump has to sit flat. You can't like incline it like that or like that. It won't work for whatever reason, I don't know. But it just doesn't. Need some new glasses, man. You can't see that damn thing. Yeah, it took me a minute there. I had lost, forgot where I put my hose here. It was still on the 275 gallon tote. So all I did here was take an old piece of garden hose I had. This piece here had several hundred feet of old hose, and put another fitting on one end of it, so it's two females, really. And if you're using it on a tote, I'll leave a link in the description for this hose end, a pump, and the what do you call that thing? The adapter for the tote. So you can hook it up, because that's how I was running it before. It was just on a water straight out of the tote for an irrigation system. So you're just collecting rainwater and then use this setup to do it, or like I'm doing here, since our water pressure from the county is not great. We're going to see if we can boost it up with our little pump here to get our sprinkler to work like it should. All right, so we need to use the adapters on this pump here to get the hose to work on it. So what you got here is you got a male end on there to a male end on the pump here. So we use these handy dandy adapters here. That come with plenty of washers for it. We'll have to hook up our other hose over here. And it doesn't really matter. I've got two pumps here. I've got an AC pump and a DC pump. This is the DC pump here. Just make sure our washer's in there. We'll try this thing out this morning before it rains this afternoon to make sure that we're good to go for our it's been getting hot out, so it's been hitting mid to high 90s, and it tends to dry things out. Let's go hook our hose up here to the sprinkler. See what we got leaking here. Yeah, we got a little leak there. Need to fix that first. Okay, let's try that now. See if we're still leaking. Check our pump again, make sure we're not blowing water out of that thing. No, we appear to be pretty good there. All right. You can see our sprinkler's barely doing anything. It's having to go through the pump, plus it's still low pressure, so let's get some power in this thing. I'm just going to run it off my lawnmower here, lawnmower battery, just enough to test it. Just give it a little tap over here. All right, let's turn the pump back on, see if we got it now. I think that's pretty much got it right there. So instead of just kind of trickling out and not working, it's got a lot more pressure, got more area now, and you can lower it down, you can adjust it, your spray pattern to whatever. Cat's getting wet. Like I said, I've run this off of 275 gallon tote with just rainwater in it, using the transfer pump and this tripod and the adapter for the tote, where you can convert the tote to use a garden hose, and the two little adapters for the pump. And like I said, you could run either pump there. You could run an AC pump or a DC pump, depending on your situation. DC pump's a little easier. You hook it up to your lawnmower, your tractor, or whatever. Deep cycle battery, and let it run. The ultimate would be a deep cycle battery with a solar battery charger to let it charge up when you're not using it. But I think that's it, man. We're gonna turn this thing off because it is supposed to rain later today. And we'll be good to go.